Okay, so you want to make a YouTube short. Well, alrighty, let's get after it. I'm going to walk you through doing this in my preferred video editing software, which is VSDC. For more info on that, check out the video that I've linked down in the description, which will give you a run-through on why I chose it and how you can get it. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is create a new project and then input a project title. You can title this whatever you want. Doesn't have to be the actual title of your video when it's done. Next, we have to set the dimensions properly. So we want to set the width to 1080 and the height to 1920. Basically, we're saying it's going to be very narrow and very tall. Next, we can hit finish. Okay, so now we have the stage set. Now, let's plop our video in. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Windows Explorer, find the video that I want, and drag and drop it right on that black area. And you'll see that it goes in there as well as it shows up in the bottom in the timeline. First thing you'll notice is that the video doesn't fit in the area that is going to get produced. Well, at least not well. No worries. We're going to stretch it to fit. Have some faith. Now, if you happen to have a title image, like I do for my channel and all of my YouTube shorts, you'll want to go ahead and drag that in now. So same thing. I'm going to go ahead and open up Windows Explorer and navigate to that folder where I have those items. And then I'm just going to drag and drop it right on the middle of the video. So you'll see that it's over the top of the video that we dropped in. Now what I need to do is resize it so that it only takes up the top portion. So you could grab the little anchor at the bottom and slide up until it looks like it's fitting in there just about perfect. Or, if like me, you know the exact size of the item, you can just move over to the right here and type in the height that you want, and when you hit enter, it'll get resized and aligned to the top automatically. Okay, before we resize our main video, let me show you one more thing to keep in consideration. Take a look at this screenshot from my phone to illustrate the area at the bottom that has the text on it. Well, that's the title of your video. You should probably leave that area open so the text isn't blocking the lower part of your awesome video. Well, as well as there's a black background so the white text shows up better that way. Okay, so we're going to stretch the video in width and also resize it down a little bit and up a little bit so that we have room for the title image and that area at the bottom we want to leave open. Now you can click and drag and move the video left to right, up and down, and try and get it aligned in the center so that it looks good to you. Or you can go up to the very top here and click this little button right here, which will center it in the viewable space. Works perfect every time. Alright, great. Now we have all that set. Let's edit this video to make a great YouTube short for people to watch and drive more traffic to your channel. So down at the lower left you can click on the little red play button, or you can hit the space bar on your keyboard and it'll start playing the video. You need to find the area that you want to edit and have it become your YouTube short. Just remember, the maximum length video that you can upload and call a YouTube short and have it show up for people is, I think it's 60 seconds. I always try and make them like 59 seconds or 59.5 seconds at the most, just to make sure I come in under that wire. So watch the video, find the area that you want to use, and then kind of pick out that full minute there. Remember, you can speed the video up or you can slow the video down to make it longer. But find the area that you think is the most interesting. Alright, so I found the area that I want to use, and for me it just happens to be at the very end of this video. Scuba was flying around and dropped a bunch of grenades on the very last guy and knocked him out. We had some humorous banter afterwards. So this is going to be perfect. So right now I'm just trying to find the spot where I want to cut it off. Looks like right there. So then I'm going to go ahead and select both the image and the video and use the cut tool or split tool and it'll split them into multiple files. I'm going to select the end stuff and hit delete on the keyboard, and now it's gone. Okay, so now I know I can only use 60 seconds, and I'm at 9:04. I need to try and find 8:04 roughly. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the split tool again to break them up, and then get rid of the beginning part of this video because I don't need it. Then I'm going to take these two and slide them to the left so they start at 0, 0 on the timeline. Now you can see if I only select one of the items, I'm just going to select the image real quick. Over here at the top right, it's a little over a minute. Don't worry about that. We'll trim it here and there. Okay, so the next part of this is to hit play from the beginning and start watching it. And then what you're looking for is where you can trim it at the leading edge. There's no point in leaving the real boring looting parts at the beginning of it. So listen to your video and find some funny banter. Or maybe you can speed up some of these sections or cut them apart. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is cut it right about there where that action starts, where I fired the AK. So let's back that up a little bit and see if we can't find a good spot. Because you don't want to just immediately start the video firing the AK. So looking for it, and I think I found it. I think I'm going to go with this area right around here. That looks good to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select both those items, go up and hit the split, and then we're going to go ahead and get rid of that leading edge again. So those are gone. Now we're going to go ahead and grab these guys and slide them all the way to the left so they start at 0, 0. And then when I select just the image, look over here. 47.733 seconds. Pretty good. Got it in under 60. Okay, so this next part is really critical when it comes to Pop 1 videos. I don't know why, but the Quest doesn't line up the video and the audio track very well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick a sequence, which I feel me firing the AK is a good spot, and I'm going to go ahead and start this right before that. Go ahead and give it a listen. Laser. Okay, so what you just heard is the sound of my AK firing before I even came around the corner and had that guy in sight. So it's off by, I don't know, like a second, second and a half, maybe 2 seconds, something like that. And then once I kind of have a good feeling of how far it's off, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then use this little tool down over to lower right, which says Split, Video, and Audio. So when you do that, you'll see that there will be a track that pops in above the blue video one, which is the audio track. Now again, I don't know any science behind this except to hunt and peck and give it a try, but I'm going to go ahead and grab the audio track and slide it to the right because the AK sound is starting too soon for the video.
It means they smell funny. Laser.
And so now you can hear that I may have moved it a little too far. So basically what you do is you just kind of move it back and forth until you hone it in and you get it to where it looks like the sound and the video lines up the best that you can. Okay, so you're done aligning your video, and now what you need to do is export your project. So you'll head over to the Export tab at the top and go ahead and hit the Change Name on the lower right and make sure that the name is correct for what you want. This is where I said back at the beginning that you don't have to name your project exactly the same as your video. You can choose to rename it right here. So after you're satisfied with the file name of your video and the location you're going to store it, go ahead and hit Save. After you hit Save, go up to the top and click Export Project. The next screen that comes up will let you know that if you were to upgrade to a premium version of the VSDC software, you'll get hardware acceleration for your video production. Just go ahead and hit Continue so that it goes by. After that goes away, you'll see that your video starts producing in the background. Now, something to keep in mind, if it's a really long video, I've found that if I go up and uncheck the preview box, things seem to run just a little bit quicker for me. Obviously with YouTube Shorts, it's going to take less than 15-20 seconds for it to produce the video. But if you're doing like a full 7, 8, 10, 11 minute video, go ahead and uncheck preview and you'll see that it runs just a little bit faster. Alright, when it's done, you can go ahead and, if you want to set up VSDC to have access to your YouTube account and automatically upload it, you can do that. But I choose not to. I always hit no. At this point, what we want to do is open up Windows Explorer and go to our video directory and then double click your video. Got to give it a watch to make sure it came out right. So as you go through, you just kind of make sure that you got your sound aligned properly, that if you added any GIFs, they pop up at the right spot, make people laugh, kind of an entertaining little video. Just take your time and go through and be hypercritical of yourself. Again, by the time this video actually makes it to YouTube and is out in front of everybody else's face, you've probably watched it 10 to 20 times. So you generally don't even need to go watch your own videos because you've seen them so many times. Another side effect of this is you may actually get a little better at the game because you start critiquing yourself. Anyways, and the very last part to this video is the uploading of it. So you go through the same process that you saw in my video number 5, uploading to YouTube, and only you want to make sure that you click in after the title and you add in hashtag shorts, SHORTS. Once you get that in there, it'll then be fed into the YouTube algorithm for the shorts and be displayed for all the people looking for Pop 1 content. And then of course, come down, look at your thumbnails. You can click on the 3 that they offer you. I'm going to go with this one. That looks kind of interesting. People might click on it because of that icon there. Go through the normal process across the top, going through video elements, checks, and visibility, and then you can just go ahead and hit next and either schedule it or publish it live. So I hope you found this video series helpful. Please let me know if there's anything else that you would like to know. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like.